Part 2 of the Halloween event is starting around the world in Pokemon Go. Today, as always, we're going through some tips and tricks for that event. Let's get right into it. Part 2 of the Halloween event is pretty much the same as Part 1. It'll be running October 27th, 10 a.m. to November 1st, 10 a.m. Bonus District event will be the exact same: 2 times catch candy, 2 times hatch candy, 2 times transfer candy, and a guaranteed XL candy for walking your buddy above level 31. Note that the hatch, catch, and transfer candy all will switch to 3 times if you did buy the $5 timed research that you can still buy. Of course, a special Halloween map, the Lavender Town music, similar stuff to Part 1. Wild spawns will be Halloween Pikachu, Spooky Vulpix, 2 new costumes, Zubat, Haunter, Spinarak, Murkrow, Mischievous, Sableye, Shuppet, Dusclops, a Halloween Piplup costume, Yamask, Phantom, and a Spooky Festival Punkaboo, which can now be shiny. Yes, that is going to be the shiny release for this part of the event. 7 Club eggs are going to be the exact same: Yamask, Galarian Yamask, Golett, Phantom, Noibat, with an increased shiny odds on Noibat from these eggs. 1-star raids will be Sableye, Purrloin, Yamask, Galarian Yamask, Phantom. 3 stars will be a Spooky Festival Gengar, Umbreon, a Halloween costume Drifblim, Drapion. 5 stars will be Giratina Origin Form with its new legacy move Shadow Force, and Mega Raid still will be Mega Banette. 2 more new costume Pokemon are actually available as well: the Spooky Festival Ninetales, which you can evolve from the Spooky Festival Vulpix, and the Spooky Festival Gorgeist, which you can evolve from the Spooky Festival Punkaboo. Total of 5 new costume Pokemon during Part 2, but total of only 1 new shiny. We also have some exclusive research going down during the event. Starting with the field research, as always: catch 5 ghost types for a Shuppet or Duskull, catch 25 ghost types for a Galarian Yamask, catch 10 ghost types for a regular Yamask, and walk 5 kilometers for a Phantom. I believe those are the exact same task from Part 1. New though, walk 2 kilometers can now get you a Pikachu, a Vulpix, or the Piplup with the costume. Spin 5 Pokestops or Gyms will get you 20 Mega Gengar energy, and spin 10 Pokestops or Gyms for 20 Mega Absol energy. Honestly, pretty similar to Part 1. These Mysterious Mask Special Research will also be available if you did not complete it for Part 1. Tasks are on screen if you forget what those are. There's also a $1 ticket for the Yamask Time Research. It's the exact same one. You don't get to buy a second one. I'm just saying that it's still available. Again, on screen, it costs $1. You get all these Yamask and Galarian Yamask checks. And then the Halloween timed research, which just tasks are on screen. This one costs $5 to get this one. You do get a Spiritomb check at the end and the Lantern pose. But on top, if you do buy this $5 ticket, you get the 3 times instead of 2 times candy bonuses for the bonuses. So they turn from 2 times to 3 times. But again, this has already been available. I'm just reminding you if you missed it. Okay, with the event details out of the way, let's get right into the tips, starting with the best wild spawns. This is kind of going to be a rerun of Part 1, but let's go through it anyway. First of all, we have Vulpix in the wild, evolving into Ninetales. Ninetales is not a bad Great League Pokemon. You can also get those candies for Alolan Ninetales. Alolan Ninetales would be good in the Great and the Ultra League. They share the candies, right? We have Zubat evolving into Golbat. Golbat's going to be good in some limited Great League Cups and even the Open League. As well as Zubat into Crobat. Crobat is good in the Ultra League. We have Haunter, which of course evolves all the way up into Gengar. Gengar is going to be a good Ghost type raid attacker, good in the Ultra League, and does have the Mega Form. As well as Haunter by itself being alright in the Great League and some limited metas. Haunter also gets you 300 stars per catch, so makes you catch every single one you see. You have Spinarak evolving into Ariados. Ariados is good in some limited Great League metas. Spinarak can also be a Ditto, so if you're looking for Ditto, catch those Spinaraks. We have Murkrow into Honchkrow. Honchkrow is not a bad dark and flying type raid attacker. We have Sableye. Sableye does have a Mega Form for the future, as well as Purified Sableye with the move Return. That's why you want to Purify to get that Legacy move. Is very, very good in the Great League. Also, Sableye gets you 750 stars every time you catch it. I can't believe I missed this tip in for the other video, but catch those Sableyes because they do get you extra stars. We have Shuppet evolving into Banette. Banette does have the Mega Form right now. We have Dusclops, which is not a bad Great League safe swap. We have Yamask. Yamask evolves into Cofagrigus, which is a good Great League and Ultra League Pokemon. We have the Halloween Piplup, which Piplup evolves into Empoleon, although you cannot evolve this costume one, so it's more for just grinding candies, but Empoleon is good in the Ultra League. We have Phantom evolving into Trevenant, a good Great League and Ultra League Pokemon, and that's about it. Now we also have a little bit of change up in the raids. Obviously we have Sableye, Yamask, Galarian Yamask, and Phantom in the 1-star raids, which we already talked about their relevance. In the 3-star raids, we now have a Spooky Gengar, which we already talked about how good Gengar is. We have Umbreon, which Umbreon is good in the Ultra League and the Great League, and we have a new one, Halloween Drifblim. Drifblim itself is going to be good in the Great League and the Ultra League, specifically in some limited metas. Finally, we have Drapion in there, good in the Great League and the Ultra League as a safe swap. We also have Mega Banette in the Mega Raids, which we already talked about its relevance in Part 1. It's a pretty good Ghost type raid attack. It is Halloween, so let's take a quick look at the best ways to grind candies during this event. Number 1 thing, Mega Evolve a Ghost type Mega, specifically Mega Gengar or Mega Banette. Depending on the level of that Mega will mean more candies for that Pokemon, and there's just so many Ghost types spawning during this event. Number 2, Pineapple Berries. Silver Pineapples and regular Pineapple Berries will get you extra candies. The amounts are on screen. Number 3 is going to be trade. After the event, save those Pokemon, trade a bunch of them with your friend. Every time you trade away a Pokemon, you get 1 extra candy, and the further distance those Pokemon were caught from each other, the more candies you can get. All the way up to 3 candies plus a guaranteed XL candy if Pokemon were caught over 100 kilometers away. Finally, number 4 is to transfer them during this event, because there is 2 times transfer candy. If you bought the ticket, you're getting 3 times transfer candy, so transfer Pokemon during this event. And that brings us into the Platinum Medal tips. And you need 35 Platinum Medals to go from level 48 to 49 in Pokemon Go. I always love to cover what the best platinum medals are to go after during an event, so you guys can get ahead of the curve. Starting with the Hex Maniac medal, catch 2,500 ghost types, as well as the Delinquent, catch 2,500 dark types. We have some ghosts, some dark types. We even have some bug types. You can work on your bug catcher medal. Catch those Pokemon if you haven't completed these medals. Now we do have a special Pikachu spawning during the wild, so the Pikachu fan medal, catch 1,000 Pikachus, will be a great medal to work on. Remember, by the way, if you do receive a Pikachu from a trade, it counts towards this medal, so your friend can stockpile some, trade them, and keep grinding this medal. Like part 1, we have the Scientist medal, evolve 2,000 Pokemon, Haunter, Hunkaboo, and Phantom. If you receive these Pokemon from trade, they're free evolutions. So getting your friend to trade you over those Pokemon and then just spamming those evolutions to work on your Scientist medal. You can even save those Pokemon for a 2x evolve XP Spotlight Hour, which hopefully we have another one in November, and grind a lot of XP that way with a lucky egg. You know, easy grind. We have the Rising Star medal, defeat 150 species of Pokemon in raids. Take a look at the raid roster we have, although it's pretty much the same as part 1 except a couple different ones, and raid all these Pokemon at least once to get points towards your Rising Stars. Remember, by the way, if it is a costume Pokemon, it counts as a separate point. So if you've already raided Gengar, still raid this new Gengar because it will count as a separate point, since costumes and regular forms of Pokemon are 2 different species technically. Finally, the Successor medal, Mega Evolve Pokemon 1,000 times. There's tasked at Pokestops for Mega Energy for Absol and Gengar. Grind a lot of Mega Energy for those Pokemon and then Mega Evolve them back and forth. Or you can even just grind Mega Banette raids and then Mega Evolve Mega Banettes back and forth. And that is honestly it, guys. Part 2 is literally pretty much the exact same, not much changing except a couple switches in the wild spawns, a couple new costume Pokemon, but really nothing too new. Let me know what you think about part 2 and how your part 1 of the Halloween event went. I'm just super excited to raid the origin form of Giratina finally in Pokemon Go. That's really what I'm going to be taking advantage of, but let me know what you will be taking advantage of during this event. Have a amazing rest of your day, guys, and follow up for tips. Peace.